So we started a new hole. Any fans of the movie Holes out there? Show of hands. One of the amazing things about treasure hunting is that over time, all sorts of theories develop about how to find those riches.
I have a theory.
It's no secret that on Treasure Coast, some of the best finds are made after significant weather event, when a lot of the renourishment sand is eroded away. One theory is that the wind and waves uncover treasure that's usually hidden under the renourishment sand, i.e. the treasure is already on the beach, it's just under several feet of sand and out of reach of our detectors. Another theory is that the powerful surf from these storms throws the treasure and artifacts onto the beach. But as the tide cycles progress, everything that wasn't found gets pulled back offshore. So, if you can just dig down to the original beach sand, there could be a treasure trove just waiting to be found, right? I mean, when we're hunting offshore, we still have to get under all that sand to get to the treasure by using the prop wash deflector to blow the sand away from the seafloor. So what if we just do something similar on the beach? You know, move the sand. Well, today we're gonna find out. What do you mean not with this? What am I supposed to use then? Okay, big dig. Let's see how deep it is to the original orange sand if we don't hit water first, which, I mean, we're low tide, so theoretically we should. How deep do you think? By the way, metal shovels apparently are illegal on the beaches. I've seen people use them anyway. You know, it's not like there's beach police out here policing everything. But, and honestly, I think I'm getting pretty good purchase just with my scoop. So we'll see. I don't think I'm gonna find anything down here. I'm just trying to see how deep the orange sand is. We're at about a foot deep, which is about the limit of most good detectors. Theoretically, it would have been able to see anything down to this depth, but now it should be able to see anything a foot deeper, right? So let's give it a try. And there is absolutely nothing, but let's check our overburden here, or whatever you want to call it. There's probably nothing another foot deep either, because I just detected that. But then we get to see what's one more foot down from there. Alright, another 10-15 minutes, we're another foot deeper. And oh, by the way, I gotta eat my words on something. On my very first video, I had a comment, and this gentleman asked me about using a 2-box unit, and I explained two things that were my theories. One, the 2-box unit isn't going to find single coins, it's more for hoards. And two, that as you dig down, that your hole will fill in at about a 45-degree angle because the renourishment sand just doesn't hold walls like that. I've just proven myself wrong. We're 2 feet deep, and even though the walls do cave a little bit and I have to dig them back out some, for the most part, it's holding its shape pretty well. Let's go ahead and check it out. Theoretically, we can go another foot now, which means I can hit 3 feet deep. Still no orange sand, by the way. Nothing. Clean hole. I'm gonna do this side because I don't want to get out of the hole. If I get out of the hole, I'm probably gonna cave the darn wall in. So we'll just check this side. Maybe I'll give the detector over to my wife and she can detect the outside. Here you go, have at it. So we're down to about 3 feet now.
What's that?
What's what?
Behind you.
Oh man, that looks like an excavator. A little help? I'm going slower because I'm actually getting deep enough where maybe there could be something. Nope, nothing. Should we keep going?
Oh God.
What do you think, audience? Keep going or give up?
I don't know.
I think I know the answer. Let's keep going. You might dig up an engine block. I heard there's one on one of these beaches. Every once in a while somebody finds it and thinks that they found a treasure chest. you're not going to find a treasure chest. By the way, that doesn't happen. They don't exist. Okay. So, what? Okay, yeah, one time I found a treasure chest. One time. There is no way. There's no way in normal conditions that a wooden treasure chest from 300 years ago is going to survive. The coins will, but not the box itself. That one that was found, I think it was offshore in Corrigan, and it was a brand new diver. I'll have to get into the book and read it.
A brand new diver found it?
Brand new diver. Goes down on the hole, comes back up. They said, "You find anything?" "Yeah, a treasure chest." They all started laughing because, well, that doesn't happen. They said, "No, really, I found a treasure chest full of silver coins." So they're like, "Yeah, right." So one of the other guys suits up, jumps in the water. He comes back up and he's like, "He did, he found a treasure chest." Everybody suited up and jumped in to go see it. I think the state of Florida has it because obviously that's a little unique. Again, I'll look it up again. I'll put a thing in the link for which book it's in, and you read it for yourself. Any fans of the movie Holes out there? Show of hands. So, unfortunately, I've dug all the way to the ocean. I'm about 3.5, maybe 4 feet deep, and I hit water. What I did not hit was the original orange sand. There's absolutely no point in digging any further because at this point the walls will just start caving in. It'll start undermining, all the wet sand will start coming in, and it'll create an undercut, and then the entire wall is just going to come in. It actually might be not a horrible idea of a thing to do because then I have a ramp to get out of the hole and it helps fill it in. Anyway, I'll have my wife hand me the detector and we'll give one last look. Alright, so we're what? 4 feet deep, right? Roughly 3.5? Let's call it 3.5. 3.5 feet we hit water. And because there's water in the hole, theoretically we can get better than a foot deep with this machine now because water's more productive, right? You know what? I can hear people out there screaming, "Detect the walls!" Okay, I will. We'll do that. Especially down low, right? That's where the good stuff's going to be. Yeah, unfortunately, I think as much as I love the idea of using a 2-box unit out here, you might get a target with it, but if it's deeper than the water level, there's nothing you can do. It's just, that's, maybe if you came out here during extreme low tide, like the lowest low tides of the year, you can get all the way to that old orange sand. Alright, so I dug down just a little bit more, right in the center, probably another foot. Now it's already filling back in. I just wanted to see if I would get any of that orange sand going as deep as my scoop would go, and I did not. And my coil's about 6 inches deep in that water, so 4 feet, maybe 4.5 feet, I don't know, let's see. I'm 5'7", so what, yeah, I'm easily 4 feet down or more. And, we never did find orange sand. So now we get to detect these piles out here and fill it all back in and go find a beach that hopefully is more productive and not dig any more deep holes. See what I was talking about? Eventually it will start caving in. Now I've got the fun part of trying to get out of the hole. If I just make some steps, right? Yeah. See, here's the thing. I've done this before. See, look at that. Caved right in.
Make yourself a ramp.
try this and start kicking dirt in on them.
Wait, wait. I think I see something in the hole. Oh my gosh, be careful. I mean, it's helpful, like filling in the hole, I guess.
That's a big hole.
It's a big hole.
Oh my God, I dug a crater. All right, let me detect the outside of the hole. All right, big dick busted.
So sorry. Oh, oh, poor thing.
My kingdom for a bulldozer.
Always fill in your holes, even if they're gargantuan and you don't want to. Oh, hissy fits are effective here.
What?
I said little hissy fits are effective
A
here.
hissy fit?
No, the motion you were making looked like a little hissy fit. Oh, it was perfect. Here you go. Oh,
This is gonna take a minute.
it's gonna take a minute. It's okay. Just don't fall into the hole again. I mean, it would make for good film, but don't fall in the hole again.
It's like half full. That's good enough, right?
No, no, it's not. Definitely not.
Hey, wait. I dug it out. You fill it in, right?
No.
If only I had some sort of tool. I'm not gonna lie. I really was hoping I would find something down there. Tell you one good thing about treasure hunting in the winter, especially on days like this where it's cold, nobody else on the beach. Although, if there's no other detectorists on the beach, it might not be worth detecting. Always fill in your holes. Woo! Okay, so we started a new hole. Okay, just kidding. In the book Pieces of Eight, Kip Wagner mentions that back in the 60s, they did actually test this theory by taking a bulldozer out on one of the beaches and digging a trench, because they were divided as to whether the coins were getting tossed in by the sea and sucked back out, or if they were already on the beach underneath beach sand. What they concluded after digging a huge trench with a bulldozer and not finding anything was that they thought that the surf was tossing the coins in and then pulling them back out. I'm not a big advocate of that theory. I think for the most part, they're already on the beach underneath all the sand. Anyway, I think we've shown that the big dig theory is pretty much busted. You could dig a hole anywhere on that beach, and the likelihood of you finding treasure down at the bottom of your hole is slim and none. Because just like fish aren't evenly distributed in the sea, treasure is not evenly distributed on the beach. And without knowing exactly where to dig, how could you possibly ever find anything? You're just gonna work your tail end off. I might in the future, if I can get a hold of a 2-box unit, test the theory again at extreme low tide, and who knows, maybe that would be a viable way to search for treasure on Treasure Coast, but nobody's ever tried it before as far as I know, so most likely it's not. Alright, so thanks for joining me on this little adventure. Please like and subscribe, throw some comments in there if you have any ideas of your own regarding all of this, and maybe we can test them out.